What if the human brain was hacked 4,000 years ago, and we are the only generation that forgot how? In File Zero One, we saw the precision of the Egyptian architects. But what happens when you find the exact same neural ports in the mountains of Peru, the plains of Russia, and the jungles of Mesoamerica? You are watching File Zero Two of Project Apotheosis. We are decoding the 10 forbidden blueprints of the gods. This is the conclusion of Day One, the neural interface. If Egypt was the blueprint, the rest of the world was the testing ground. Archaeology has a problem it can't explain. Thousands of ancient skulls scattered across every continent, featuring perfectly circular holes. Not battle wounds, not accidental fractures. These were surgical, the holy holes. And they weren't performed by modern doctors, they were performed by primitive shamans with stones. Go to the Andes. In ancient Peru, the Incas performed brain surgery on a scale that defies logic. We have found burial pits containing hundreds of trepanned skulls. But here is the biomythology spike. In the 1860s, a soldier getting brain surgery had a survival rate of less than 50%. In the year 1000 AD, an Incan patient had a survival rate of nearly 90%. Think about that. With no anesthesia, no sterile labs, and no steel scalpels, they were twice as successful as modern medicine. They didn't use steel, they used obsidian. These blades are 500 times sharper than a modern surgical scalpel. They don't tear tissue, they slice between individual cells. They used coca leaves as a biochemical anesthetic and antiseptic herbs to prevent infection. They knew exactly where to cut. It wasn't random, it was precise. But why? Here's where the history ends and the forbidden biohistory begins. Many of these skulls show zero signs of injury. No fractures, no disease. These were healthy people choosing to have their skulls opened. In Neolithic Europe and the Caucasus, this was called the holy hole. They believed it released spirits. But in the context of Project Apotheosis, we see it differently. By removing a piece of the skull, they were relieving cranial pressure and altering the blood flow to the brain. They were trying to rewire consciousness. By accessing the brain directly, they believed they could tune the God machine to a different frequency. They were targeting the pineal gland, the biological seat of the third eye. They weren't trying to heal a patient, they were trying to build a visionary. How did unconnected cultures across the globe who never shared a language or a bodal arrive at the exact same surgical protocol? The same circular drill patterns, the same placement on the crown, the same post-operative care. Either they were all experimenting on the human machine independently, or they were all working from the same prehistory blueprint. This is the core of the God-machine theory. Our ancestors weren't the first to perform brain surgery, they were the last to remember how. They were desperate to maintain the neural interface that their ancestors once used to communicate with the divine. If the human brain is a machine, who taught our ancestors how to open the case? And why did we spend thousands of years trying to get back inside? We are not discovering something new in modern neurosurgery. We are rediscovering a lost technology. The neural interface is now unlocked, but a machine needs fuel to run. Tomorrow we move to Day 2, the divine fuel. We are going to look at the liquid gold that ran through the veins of the gods. We are talking about iCore. Join us for File 03, the iCore code. The blueprint is expanding. Subscribe to Cyan Mythos and don't miss a single file. Because what if the human brain was hacked 4,000 years ago, and we are the only generation that forgot how?